last night 1:30 a.m. right? And my mom had a stroke last night. That was the personal thing that CEO mentioned, and she had a fall and hit her head. So we have to be at the hospital and all this. And today Alison was saying, hey, maybe we should cancel this. I said, no, we shouldn't cancel, because in the business world, a handshake is very important. Today is not a handshake with Alison. It is an agreement I agreed to come and speak to you. I agree to say that I will come and I will talk to you about my experience. Irregardless, unless I myself in hospital, I will still come and talk to you. That's a pact. And that is important if you are in the business world and you are start working for people or start doing your own small little business or big business. Your words are very important. So you must make the word real and stand by it. And yes is yes and no is no. And that's something that I would like to share with you. I started International Foodnostic. Okay, International Foodnostic. And then first we have Foodnostic in Foodnostic. You see the word Foodnostic is come from food diagnostic. I put these two words together, Foodnostic. So what do? We create, we diagnose food. I create things for big clients about our values, our brand and services, and the overview of my company. Because today we are within 8 years, our turnover has grown tremendously, and we are very thankful for the hard work that my team have put in. We have now, how many staff we have? About 400 to 500 staff, yeah, in Singapore and China. Yeah. Okay, this is an overview of my company. First, we have Foodnostic, and then we have Asian Inspired. Asian Inspired is a company factory where I only produce cheesecake. So you all came here because you know about cat&thefiddle, right? Have you tasted cat&thefiddle before? I started Dan Lance, and with Old Seng Choong, and then I flopped. I lost a lot of money. Then I went to work in Lesami, and I was the founder of Bakerson. I don't know whether you heard Bakerson.
Yes.
Yeah, Bakerson.
Spent a lot of time there.
I spent a lot of time dating.
United Square.
Huh?
United Square.
United Square. Oh,
Learning
kids.
lab. Exactly.
So I started Bakerson.
Ah.
Yeah, and then I rebranded and I sold the business away, and now Bakerson is gone, no more. Yeah, they closed it. And then of course I found Foodnostic, I found cat&thefiddle, I found Old Seng Choong. So these are some company that I found. Some of the challenges that we face always, because I guess how much I took out my own money to build this company. Can anybody have a guess?
100K.
100K? Wow, quite close. Huh?
100K.
200K. 50,000.
Oh.
Why I able to build a company with 50,000? Why? Because of people trusting in me. As I said from the beginning, when I make a yes, it's a yes. People trust in me. I came out with 50,000, somebody else come out with 1.445 million as a loan to me. Right? At the end, when we do well, pay them back the money, and I move on. And my capital was $50,000. So if you were to build your own value, it's worth much more money than you think. You can build value. People are willing to put money in you by the millions. Okay? But if you don't know how to build value, don't know how to say and yes is a yes and no is a no, then that is a problem. Then people will not invest in you. That's very important.
I think that's a very valid statement then.
Yeah, it's very important. Okay? So the challenges I have is always human resource. Singapore has a problem of human resource issue. A lot of time I visit businesses, marketing is always discount. The marketing idea is always discount. discount. I work with this person, that person, this person. But actually, marketing is blowing up your brand and get people to come in to buy things. They just, marketing should be, you're selling something that they don't need, and that's marketing. It's like, I don't need a nice jacket. But you can make them like, wow, this jacket is so good, you look so good, I must buy it. But you don't need it. You wear probably, I have this jacket, probably I wear it once a year or maybe twice a year. I don't need it, but marketing makes you want to buy it, and that's marketing. But our people, talk about marketing is always discount. Oh, I give discount, I give do promo, I do 1 for 1, I do this. But that's not quite right. Okay. So I have this problem as an entrepreneurship. I always very passionate. If you are not passionate about your business, if you're going to the business, make sure you're passionate. If you're not passionate, don't go to the business. Just work for somebody who's way more, you're happier living than starting your own business. A lot of people, especially those professionals like lawyers, I quit my job, I want to go and become a chef. Wow, become a chef is one of the most headache thing to do, because you got to work from night to day, and some people you don't cook well, people are going to scold you, and so very, very tough. Okay, so you have to be passionate. We are also using a lot of technology. We are the first company to buy a robotic arm to cut cake, ultrasonic. So we are the first. So you come into my, last time when I first purchased everywhere was like $150,000. The first thing you come and see the robotic. So imagine the people who want to work with me, they come and say, oh wow, you got this very interesting machine. So up point, they give me a lot of projects as well. We also have this more cheese, which is a B2B business. Because we also, what I want to do is, we are doing frozen cakes. Cat and fiddle, I'll talk about cat and fiddle later, about the frozen cake. Frozen cakes means this cake, particular cake, can be freeze up to 18 months. Actually, can freeze up longer, but we stop at 18 months. Like sometimes we do 12 months, right? 12 months. So and we use the quick freezing. Now we are investing in the what called nitrogen freeze. So very, very fast freezing, so I can keep the thing fresh for even longer. So you eat all our cakes, we never sell fresh cake. But you eat it, with no preservative, no artificial flavoring, nothing, just frozen. So this become a very good business model for me, because when I sell frozen, I got zero wastage. We started Cat and Fiddle online. So at the time, there wasn't Cat and Fiddle, there wasn't Cheesecake online. So if you were to follow me from the beginning, one cheesecake, 1 kg, how much do you think you can buy it for? Any wild guess? When I started Cat and Fiddle, how much do you think I sold it for? 20? $19.90. So I started 1990 because nobody knows me. Knows Daniel Tay, they trust Daniel Tay because I'm from Bakersfield, right? But I want to create this brand. So I said, okay, that's why, 1990. So in the newspaper, when we start sending out some press briefing, and the press one big page. What machine makes the cake? What Daniel Tay in the 1990? Wow. So my business grew online, because don't think that when you start building a website, everybody comes to you if there's no something to entice them. Then the next thing what we did was we created a fickle feline. That's the one with the 10 flavor. If you know us well, you know what it is. So I've seen a lot of people don't know. So you all never go to my website. So you got this fickle feline, 10 piece. So we want to create a 10 flavor cake, but we couldn't know how to name it. So I get one of my customers, hey, help me name this cake, and then you win the cake, and then he named fickle feline. We love the name, and then we use it. So every Wednesday, I will only have 100 fickle feline. I get this concept from Xiaomi. Xiaomi always say, oh, this date I have this X amount of phone, and then everybody must go and chiang, right? Go and fight for it. So the same thing as what I did. I think 100. I start at 10 a.m. So a lot of people waiting. Wait. They will buy. Within 10 minutes, sold out. Then everybody scold us. They scold, I was waiting. How come I cannot get? So, but that is how we create the excitement, the demand from the customer. Then fickle feline become one on top of the town. Okay, so scalability, fantastic, all frozen. I open in Malaysia, I don't have to be there because it's a retail, I send my cakes there, they sell, very easy. Cost efficiency, if you, in future, if you're, maybe some countries want to franchise, very easy, very cost efficient because you only need 1 or 2 staff mending the store because it's a retail store, very easy, okay? Zero wastage, no wastage. You don't have to throw away cakes, provided you keep eating then you eat, that's the different thing. You keep eating and try, I want to try a cake, keep eating, and then you grow fat, and that's the problem. But no wastage. So also online business platform, amazing business model. Okay. So I start doing. I say let's do a Facebook Live. How much the sales that I get? I'll give you 5%. You manage the admin for me. So we do the first live. Wow, not $3,000 or $7,000. Not bad lah, $7,000. I was quite impressed. I do Facebook Live and $7,000 sales, first sales. Subsequent, I invited Miss Tam Jia, okay, be my co-host. So, and then the sales was $14,000, double. Huh? After that, somebody complained because COVID, there's a lockdown. You shouldn't have 2 person eating together. So complain. So back to myself again. I said, okay, at least I get 7,000. If you don't get, if I don't get the Miss Tamjia, at least I get 7,000. Not bad, ma. Wow, that day the sales $30,000, 30,000, and then subsequent 50,000. You mean one live? My sales is 50,000. It's 2 hours talking non-stop. That $50,000. And the peak was $90,000. One show.
What is the inspiration behind the name of Cat and the Fiddle?
Oh,
because it's
actually,
so different. Do you have a cat? Do you play the fiddle?
No, I don't have. I actually don't quite like cat. But it's designed by a design team.
Ah.
And because cat and fiddle is a riddle, right? And the riddle has this thing, and the cow jump over the moon. So we always have this cow jumping over the moon as our cake. So we have this called over the moon cheesecake. So it's always as a riddle. So actually every cake should have a riddle, and then we stopped somewhere. I think should continue. Maybe I should push my team. Hey, every cake must have a riddle. Because sometimes we build quite interesting things that we have. Yeah.
Ah.
No, I produce for them.
Ah, exactly. I was going. So
OEM, Foodnostic, and all the China factory is an OEM company. So Cat and Fiddle is a retail. Cat and Fiddle, Old Seng Choong is a retail. So Cat and Fiddle also a customer of my Foodnostic. They are from the same family, but they still take customer. And Old Seng Choong is customer of Foodnostic as well. Asian-inspired cheesecake, Asian-inspired factory, do export cheesecake to China.
okay.
To export to China. Because cheesecake, when I create the cheesecake has a very unique IP, unique way of making the cheesecake. So it's only us. And nobody has that way, the method of making this cheesecake.
Only the cheesecake part
Only the
of the
cheesecake
business.
portion. Yeah. That's why I do not want to share this to anybody else except in Singapore.
And it's possible because it's all frozen.
Frozen.
So
Yes,
it
I
can
can
be shipped.
ship frozen. And then also, I like the brand to be called, to be say, made in Singapore.
Ah.
That's very, I'm a Singaporean, I want to, made in Singapore. How many of the things are made in Singapore? At least us, we try one thing, make cheesecake made in Singapore. That would
Would
be
that
the,
be it?
That would be the,
If you could
I think
share with us.
almost twice I
Wow.
made bankrupt, right? Not made bankrupt, twice I almost bankrupt. First was the Dan and Allen's. I created Dan and Allen's, and then my father's shop, right? I would want a big factory, again, factory, shop, right? But not enough capital. That's one. So everything collapsed. I owe a lot of money, and I start working for people. Then I start baking cheesecake at home. This is where all the cheesecake come about. Okay? And then people start knocking at my door. Hey, would cheesecake go? I'm like, okay, who are you? I don't know you. That was $24, a big one. Big cheesecake, $24 only. So later I said, I think I need to open a shop. Then I opened Baker's.
Baker's was created.
Then created after this, right?
But how did you pick yourself up, Daniel? That must have been so tough.
No. To me, it's a journey. It's not. Okay, let me share a little bit of my own personal experience. You think a life is straight up, or you think is, which one do you think your life will be? Huh? Second one, right? Cannot be this, right? So anything that comes down, everything comes down, it goes up. This is a journey. Expect the down. Expect it. Don't think, today, like my mom is going to the hospital. Mom, say suay, no. This is what it has to happen.
Geraldine.
What? No, it's serious. It's serious. I take it as this. If you have a very good year, very good, everything is so good to you, you must expect the down. Expect it. Don't think, I'm so good. Then when you're down, you get very, when is my down coming? Expect it. Okay? I was in Alibaba, and he told me Dyson had 164 ads for one Mother's Day campaign. Dyson has.
Okay.
So I thought, 164 for what? Different ads,
Okay.
for one Mother's Day. So what do you think the ads will be? Mother's Day.
Hair dryers,
Pardon?
hair dryers, vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, but this is what the product, but what's the message? To who? This is something that you need to learn. That I use it and it's very successful. So I'm going to increase, mine is only 8. I get big numbers of sales. I'm going to increase to
You're
60.
talking about different adaptations of the ad, right?
The ads.
Yeah. Could it be that let your mom know that she's still beautiful? Talking to
There's
the
one.
daughter, the kids, for the parents.
Correct. Alright. And then for the father, for the husband to the husband to the mother. Then for the maybe grandchildren to the grandma or something like this. Or my girlfriend's father or mother. All these are different. Then you can target, because now Facebook has all this precise marketing campaign, right? Direct. At this age, this one, married, not married, target. That is the strength. You really go, but you spend a lot of money. The campaign is tens of $1,000s, but the return is also very high.
So today's media world, yeah, because it's very fragmented. It's no longer like
One
a
page.
decade ago, That's why Straits Times is
Dying.
died, and TV is also dead. So it's fragmentation. So it's really, you need to understand from a marketing perspective how the segmentation is so many more folds right now. Yeah? And obviously your partnership marketing, collaborative marketing, brand exposure, leaving little OSC, cookies in MBS, all that is branding, which exposure and marketing as well.
Everything.
Yeah. It's
I don't go to
no longer
marketing.
silo dimension.
I don't go to marketing school.
Even better.
I can't protect it because unless it's super, unless I created the machine as well. But as of now, I didn't. I just put some machines that are used for something else to make cheesecake.
I think in the process of IP, you need to understand that fair play has to come into play as well. You can't be blocking up competition just thinking that, So the process is very much more tedious, yeah? And you have to fulfill every single aspect before you can IP anything.
I cannot sit still.
Oh.
If I don't do something new, then I've been stagnant.
It's like every year there's a new business line coming up, like manufacturer, then.
Because I can't. I have to.
But it's within a year. How do you do it? The planning, the capital, and all the things.
Not necessarily. You need big capital. Like Old Seng Choong, I don't need big capital. I started Old Seng Choong without big capital, just maybe $20,000. Why? Because I already got factory. The factory produced both are mine. So I don't have to. But because I like something new, but I have the thing that I must learn is I need to be focused myself. Got to catch myself. Be focused.
So I think besides cannot sit still, obviously we can tell he's such a passionate entrepreneur. I think the key in business is that leverage. Because like what Daniel was saying, he has existing factory already. You can always use your existing resources to branch out into the new areas of business. So you're not starting everything from ground zero, yeah? And obviously capacity is in your control, yeah? So it's leverage that you have to look at.